have a new printer. I just want to show you how to unbox it and to show you what this type of printer is. It's basically a small home printer. It has all the capabilities that you can use, and it's really affordable. It is the OfficeJet Pro 8135E, and this is like about, if you want to subscribe or somehow you want to get the ink that comes automatically, that you need to register this printer. And what basically means, I don't know if you can see here, it says up to 3 months they will supply you once you register. But there is the other one, is probably a different model, same identical as this one, a little bit more. They will provide you within a year or something. Anyway, that's the only difference. So let's get to it and show you what I can. So here we go. I'm not gonna use, probably use just a scissor, basically the way you do it. I'm gonna go like that. And that's it. Okay, let's put the scissor back, and once you open it, to give an idea, this is what you would see. It's a small, it's in Spanish and English. Obviously it tells you how to unpack it. Here it goes. It's pretty neat. So let's put this on the side. You do have the inks. So this is like, you could just pull it out, but let me show you this. I like the ink the way they have it set up. I don't know if I am. Yeah, here we go. There's 4 of them, and this is called the 923. 923. So you basically have magenta, cyan, yellow, and black. All right, and I'll show you how to pull them and put them together. So let's get to it. Look at this, guys. Don't be scared to. It has a handle. It is not gonna fall or break. I mean, it has it. They have it really nice, bundled up, packaged nicely, neatly. Now, the next thing I would do, obviously, I would put it this way. Okay. All right. Again, this is for the cartridge that tells you English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. Okay. Again, these are the cartridges. All right. So let's take it out of the plastic bag. Or wrapping bag, what I'm going to call it. Wrapping. Now you can see here a couple of things just to give an idea. You can scan this thing with your phone by turning, you know, like you want to take a picture, and then you point your camera to this thing, and you would follow the procedure how to do everything else. Again, there is the instant ink once you register. So let me just show you another thing. This is the ADF. ADF, which stands for Automatic Document Feeder. Obviously, lift this one up, Let's take the blue tape out first. If somehow the paper gets stuck, so you make sure you close this in. And here, let's see what else. This is where you take the ADF paper once you put it right here, and you make a copy, and it comes out right here. All right, nice features. All right, let's see the front of it. Again, I open this one. This is the glass scanner. Remember, this is the ADF. It works same as the glass. The only difference, if some of you are aware or not, the glass scanner, it has a 600 dpi, if you know what I'm talking about. In other words, it has better quality or density, whereas the ADF is up to 300. So let's just say you want to scan your driver license or important files, and you want them to be nice and clear, you would use the scanner, the glass scanner. Just try not to touch the glass with your hand. Just when you put the paper, let's say you want to scan something like that, you line it up right here like this, and that's about it. You line it up like that, you see it, and you close the glass. Now if somehow you see lines is not working, or somehow you see smudges on the paper, your best bet is to clean this glass, and sometimes this. All right, I hope it helps you out. All right, let's move on. Now this is the display, obviously. This is where the power. Now you open this, obviously, and you lift this thing up, and that's where these things, they will be installed here. All right, I'll show you the next thing after I plug it in and start it. This is the let's put this thing down so you see better. This is where the tray. Okay. You gotta make sure you take this one out, because that's where the 8.5 paper goes in here. Just gotta be careful. I mean, you don't want to break it on the first day. Okay. And that's where you pull this one out. When you print, that's where the paper stops. Push this thing in. That's about it. Let's see the back. In the back. So obviously here, you do have, it has a fax, but nobody uses fax nowadays. That's where the power. If you want to use it through an Ethernet cable, you pull this one out, this one, and you plug the Ethernet cable. Or if you want to use USB, you gotta take this one out. But this has a Wi-Fi capability. That's all good. And there is the power cable. So the power cable goes here. It only goes one way. If it doesn't go, just reverse it. And there it goes. Okay. So let me put everything away back. I hope it helps you out, guys. Thank you. Okay, so we turned on the printer. I just want to show you how we're going to be able to put the cartridges or the ink, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, you gotta take this plastic off. So in this case, so the cartridges came with the printer. So obviously, the first thing you need to do is you pull. What I will usually do, I usually shake them a little bit just to make sure that the ink is nicely ready. So you pull this thing like that. It says pull, So I want to pull it. Once you pull this thing comes off. See it? So this is it. All right, let's move on to the next one. So we're gonna do for all four. Just be a little careful with it. Sometimes when you're in a rush, it may not comes off. And in my case, I dropped it, which is okay. So I put it right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay. All right. Now in this case, these orange tabs or plastic, whatever you want to call it, these are shipping ones, so they need to be removed. Okay, so you gotta go like that. So you go like this, and you make sure you like this, go to it, and it comes off. So that's one. Same thing with this. See it? And it comes off. All right, let's do the next one. Again, see how they are? Like this. You do it to the right. And there it goes, it comes off. I think I got one more, yep. Like this. Comes off. Okay, now where to put them? Let me put the cartridges out of the way, and I'm gonna move the printer in order for you to see. Alright, you could see the printer is on. So my next thing is okay. So actually I need to do this thing right here. See how? And then you lift this. Basically you don't need this. You just lift this thing up. Once you lift this thing up, I want to show you. That's how the inside of it. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to set this thing up for the US and all that information, and we'll take it from there. So I just want to go through the settings. On the front of the display I put yes, 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 right here, and okay. So let's see if we can replace the cartridges, which they need to. And once you lift this thing up, I don't know, did I show it? I don't know if you've seen it or not. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, this just stays up. Let me see if I can do it again, because I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I think you can. Alright, so let's do it again. So if you close this thing like that and you lift, remember this thing, you push it down with the handle, you lift up. See? So you go like this, you lift up. Once you lift up, the print head, which is this thing, it moves to open up, and there it goes. So now we're gonna put the ink. I'm gonna remove this, the blue, because for the first time to hold it in place. So now you could see the color: yellow, cyan, magenta, and black. So we're gonna take each one by its color. So this one was here, this for shipping only. So we're gonna put this thing like that, and here we go. See how it clicks. And then the next one is yellow. You go like this. All I'm doing is I'm lining it up, you see it, and then you push down. So don't forget, these are the colors: magenta, cyan. Magenta is like red, cyan, blue, yellow, and black. Okay. And lastly, this one. And it's done. And ta-da! It's just in case we check, just making sure everything is good. Okay, and then you close it, and you're done. And now we're gonna just says wait for the printer. So I'm gonna wait for the printer. Okay, so it's telling us to put paper, which I'm gonna give it some paper right now. A fresh paper. Usually I do not leave them outside. Most people, they leave paper like that somewhere in their home or like that. What happens is you should never put the paper outside. You should put it back into the box and cover it. The reason is dust and light. Sometimes you may not be able to see it in the human naked eye, but they become wavy, and then what happens is you're gonna get jam. All right, so make sure you put the paper back if it's not used. So let's open the tray right there. You open the tray right here, and you want to make sure these things are set up for 8.5, so it's all the way basically. And you push this thing. Okay, says fully loaded. Okay, alignment. Okay, let's align it. Just follow the screen. You know what, let me lift it like that, you can see it better. So preparing the printer. I'm gonna show you how to set up the Wi-Fi. In this case I just happen to put it right on my desk just to show you and for the camera to see what's happening. So it's doing what it's called print head alignment, as well as printing the alignment page, and it shows the let's do this, the indicator how long it takes. You could pull this one out, guys, so the paper doesn't fall off. Okay, so it says here you want to do please alignment on the scan, open the scan. So we're going to do the scan just as it says, but this is it. Alright, so you open the scan paper, remember I told you, and then you put it like that. When you put the paper, you line it up to the top left corner and pull this thing down, use the same one, and then click scan. I'm just following the screen. I mean, it's not a brainer or something you must figure out how to do. Just follow the screen step by step, and you should be okay. The only thing is I'm going to show you later on how to set up your Wi-Fi printer. because most likely that's what's needed, because not many people want to use the Ethernet cable. So an Ethernet cable, obviously, let's see if I have laying around a couple of cables, which I do. Okay. So this is the Ethernet cable, something like that. You plug it in. Obviously, it usually it's coming from your a switch, and you plug in the back of the printer, but it beats the purpose of the printer if you want to use it, or you want to put it somewhere else different in your house or your business. Usually this is like a home-based business. All right, alignment successful. Print head. It says here print alignment completed. The printer is now calibrated. Return setup. Return to the printer setup website for instructions to install HP software and everything else. So we're gonna go to the HP software on the computer, which I will show you. All right, let's take the next step. Thank you. So basically the next thing what we need to do is, obviously according to this thing right here, see what it shows. Number one, you take out the printer. After you take it out, you want to go to the digital setup and follow the procedure. Now there is a way that you can do it through the phone, but this time I just want to show you how it's being done via the computer, and the next step I will do it through the phone. So the next thing is we need to do is we need to type in the following. Here we go. Let's just do this thing. It would be hp.com start OJP 8130, I believe. Enter. I'm going to accept it, and this is where we are right now. So we're gonna go back to setup. I mean, obviously you could see the whole thing. I hope you can. Alright, so we're gonna click. You could watch the video, or you could just set up. So let's just go set up. Here we are. Make sure to plug the printer and set your location. I already did that. I did that. All that stuff where you open the paper tray and remove the cardboard, slide open the guide, all that kind of stuff. It's already been done previously. This is to show you how you could be able time to install the ink and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, it's self-explanatory. Alignment required. I've done that. And that's where we are right now. Okay. So now it says here install HP Smart or use USB instead. So I'm going to use this one, HP Smart. I'm going to say yes. Always allow start HP. And install HP Smart. Alright, we just have to wait till it installs it. Preparing to download, getting files ready. You can see everything is going as we speak. 90%. And now down below it says launch. I'm going to say launch. Actually, I want to pin it to start. And then it's right here. And there's a Microsoft Start. We're going to say open it. It's actually right here. You see it, guys? Just in case. It's the same thing. So it's opening. HP Smart, let's go. This is where we are. Paper, ink, alignment, HP software. So that's where we are right now. It's my OBS. And it's taking a while.
I'm just gonna close it and start it up again. There we go. Let's refresh it. Install HP again, open. There we go. Accept all. Sign up a new printer, set up HP. I'm gonna skip that for now. Set up, and then I'm gonna say here, look, these are the stuff that you can be able to have. There's never run out of ink. You can sign up for the ink, add the printer, printable, print photos, support, fax, scan, shortcuts, print documents, print settings. So I'm just gonna say add printer. So it's gonna look for the printer as we speak. And it found it. So we're just gonna click on setup. There we go. Continue. Connect to the printer. There is the files. Now I have I have the files, which is my router. But what I want to do is I want to connect. I already have other access points. I have Cisco Valet, Ruckus 1, Ruckus Guest, and Ruckus 1100. Now these passwords you already know, or you should have handy. So I already know my Ruckus to this one. So I'm going to type in my password, which and now I'm going to say next. Now it's going to connect. Now while you see here, while it's connecting, I want to show you something. There is my printer located. You see what's shown? The software has found on your HP. So just to give you an idea that my printer is already up, and you can see it's blinking blue. It means the Wi-Fi it's going on. All right, let's get back to my desktop, and just to give you an idea what's happening. So it says here, touch the check mark on your printer to display. So let's go check it. So we're just gonna follow what basically is given us. It's authorization, or to make sure it's you. So the app is attempting to set up this printer. We're gonna say okay. So the software is setting up on your printer, and obviously on my desktop is showing the same thing. Is just going through the procedure. Now remember, you could do it also through the phone, which I will set up on my phone in case you want to print something from your phone. All right, this is it. Let's see. And now this is my home-based business. You can see the whole thing going on in here to give you an idea. Now again, it says let's continue on the guided setup. So I'm just gonna click here, continue, and there it's going. Let's just put the printer down, the camera down. And the next thing obviously says accept all. Okay. And now printer setup. It says introducing the HP printer. Continue 24/7. That's fine. By activating HP, you agree to the following: connect the printer to the internet. Use only HP ink. Create a sign in. I'm gonna activate it, but at this time I'm just gonna probably stop because I have to create all my user information, which obviously I am not gonna show you this on the net. All right, don't forget, if you sign up, this is for the 3 months. You can see it comes with your printer. It says enroll today to enjoy 3 months of ink on us, and it's not bad. So if you join or you sign up, and in the back I think that's Spanish in case you're a Spanish speaker. All right, and again, this one comes, this thing, you see it as well. This is where you sign up for that. You point your camera and you do it on your phone, which I will show you in the next step. Thank you. So you can see that the printer is still like going through the whole thing. Basically it's doing its thing. The firmware update, install update, and everything else. So you just be patient. If you try to print to the printer and it says error or did not print, you probably, your computer is pointing out to the old printer. So you may have to delete it or just point it to the new printer and you should be fine. Alright, so that's something just to keep in mind. So if you try to do a print test and it says failed or did not print, it's obviously most likely it is pointing to the wrong printer or to your old printer. So in my case, I took out this printer. You can see it on the floor. That's my old printer. So the 8610, and this is the new one. And let's just see and wait. It's almost there. The first setup, it takes a while, and I'm almost there. Okay, and I send out a print job to this printer, so it's doing its thing. It's finishing up doing whatever it needs to do. So the firmware is good. Set up, refer to the guide. I have to do other things, okay, but let me get my page being printed. I've been waiting on it for a while. All right. So I want to show you how you could set up basically this printer 8130 through your phone. So here's my phone. I turned on the camera, and what I do is I bring the camera and I point it to the QR, and then once that I click below to the HP, and then it's gonna take me here. Obviously it says accept. I just want to make sure you could be able to see it. I'm going to say setup, and I'm going to follow. I already did all that stuff, so I'm just going to keep clicking next, and I'm going to, right here, I'm going to just say install it, install the HP Smart on my phone, and I'm going to say yes right here. So it is downloading. It's really a simple procedure, but sometimes you could get a little hiccups. You may have to redo everything all over, and this is actually a replacement for the 8160. It served me a long time, this printer. It just gave me a print head problem, which I don't have time to start fixing it. It's a lot cheaper. I found this printer, it's the cost of the print head, that's the reason. Okay, so we're gonna click on print, open. It's gonna say you wanna allow where your location. I'm gonna just say, you could say allow or not. In my case, I'm gonna say okay. I did that. Now here is gonna say add your first printer. I'm gonna say okay. New printer, already connected to the network. So here we go, and this is my printer. It says here, you could see it. Let me see if I can do that scan. Yes, I'm gonna say yes, this is the printer, and there I selected the one that I installed. I'm sorry for the shake-up, guys. One hand is holding the camera, one hand I'm showing you. So it's all good. Now what I want to do is it's giving me all the same thing that also is on my computer. Alright, so let's see. I already have the setup, the ink to come automatically, and that's about it. So hope that helps you out. Now you know how it's being done. Thank you.